Welcome to Love Revolution. It's all about love. It comes down to love. Love your brother, love your sister, love your wife, love your husband, and you will live long. 6 principles of marriage. 6 principles of marriage. Ecclesiastes chapter number 4, verse the number 9 to 12. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. If they fall, one will lift his companion. But woe unto him who is alone if he falls. So Ecclesiastes is saying that 2 are better than 1 because when one falls, the other will lift him. But woe unto you when you fall and you don't have one. You know, marriage has certain principles that thrives on. So let's discuss these principles so that you will understand what you are involving yourself into or what you are getting yourself involved with. Now, the first principle regarding marriage is that marriage is a divine institution. Marriage is a divine institution. God ordained marriage. So, by mistake or by chance, you get involved with somebody, it's God who has connected you together, whether intentional or unintentional. Look at how you met your partner. Some people meet their partner in a bizarre circumstance. God is a God ordained situation. So we all of us must respect that marriage is a divine institution. That is why a lot of people don't understand this and they take marriage for granted. But if you understand that marriage is a divine institution and it is God who created it, you and I will understand it. In Genesis 1:27, it said that God created man in his own image. In the image of God created him, male and female. So God created a woman for every man. God created a man for every woman. So marriage is a divine thing. It's a God ordained thing. That is why you shouldn't take your partner for granted. Number two, the second principle of marriage is that marriage was created to be permanent. Marriage was created to be permanent. Matthew 9, verse the number 6. So then, they are no longer one. They are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let nothing, nobody put asunder. So, marriage is made to be permanent. Marriage is made to permanent. So, when your partner cheats on you, when your partner beats you, when your partner maltreats you, or bad things happen, it doesn't mean throw in the towel and leave. That's why we say that for better and for worse. So when the worst happened, why do you run away? When you were taking your vows, you said for better, for worse. And worse, cheating is part of the worst. So the person maltreating is part of the worst issues. But let us understand that the second principle for marriage is that marriage is supposed to be permanent. It's not a temporal assignment. It's not a contract. Yes, it's not a contract. Marriage is not a contract, but it's a covenant. It's a commitment. That is why you have to assess the situation well and go in before you go in. Ask yourself, if my partner cheats on me, can I forgive? If my partner beats me, can I forgive? Ask all those things before you get involved in marriage, because I'm not saying these things should happen to you, but they can happen. When you get into marriage relationship and the person beats you, the person insults you, the person ignores you, what will you still love that person? Otherwise, it means that you were not ready for marriage. You married for the wrong reasons. But assess all these situations and know that marriage is a permanent relationship, not a contract that you can terminate or abort. And I get amazed these days, young people, the listing, I'm done, it's over, I'm getting a divorce. We get divorce is like bread or biscuit. So please, don't divorce. Marriage is permanent. The third principle of marriage is that marriage is created to be sacred. It's supposed to be revered. You know, in Ephesians 5:25 to 30, it said, a husband, love your wife, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself for the church. You know, give yourself to your partner. Give yourself to your partner. That makes marriage sacred. So watch over yourself for your partner. Whatever you do, do it in the best interest of your partner. That is how marriage is supposed to be. Keep yourself for your man. Keep yourself for your woman, because marriage is supposed to be sacred. Number 4, intimacy is the foundation for marriage. You need to bond with each other. You need to bond with each other. You need to bond with each other. Ephesians 5:28 to 29. So the husband ought to love their own wife as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. 29. For no one ever hated his own flesh. I get amazed. You see, when people are in love, before people get married, they were in love. Why is that? After getting married and staying together, they start fighting. They start abusing each other. No, it means that you don't love yourself. You know, you are one. So if you maltreat your partner, you are maltreating yourself. If you forgive your partner, you are forgiving yourself. That's why we have to be more loving towards our partner. When you love somebody, the person will love you back. You know, everybody responds to love. So please, let's love one another, knowing that intimacy is the foundation for marriage. Bond with your man, bond with your woman. I bond with my woman by eating with her. I talk with her. I mean, we chat. We are friends. I mean, that is how it's supposed to be. Bond with your partner. Intimacy is a principle in marriage relationship. Number 5 is marriage is a mutual agreement. Marriage is a mutual agreement. So if you are not agreeing with your husband, the time to do so is now. If you're not agreeing with your wife, the time to do so is now. Now, listen, you may have your differences, but find a middle ground. Amos 3, chapter 3 to 4. Amos 3 to 4. It said that can two walk together except they agree? Why are you not agreeing with your man? Or you married because your family was putting pressure on you to get married? Why did you get involved with that woman? Let me tell you, maybe you got involved with that man or woman for the wrong reason. Now, this is where you find yourself. You have to agree. We disagree to agree. Find a middle ground and let that marriage work. Your marriage must work. Your marriage must work. Number 6, marriage is exclusive to couples. Marriage is exclusive to couples. 1 Corinthians 7 verse the number 2. We say that nevertheless, because of sexual immorality, let each man have his own wife, and let each woman have his own husband. So if you are not married, so this goes to people who are not married but they are staying together. I mean, do the necessary things. Go and pay the bride price and go to court, sign, and make your marriage official. Make your marriage official. I mean, don't let marriage become a burden. Listen, the person you are living with can die, and when the person dies, it becomes a problem. The person has family, and the family will come after you. Why don't you make your relationship official by just doing it on a low key? So marriage is exclusive to the couples. So if you are married, enjoy your marriage with these principles, and everything will be fine. It's all about love revolution. Love your man, love your woman, love your husband, love your wife, and you will live long. Love revolution. Remain blessed.